All right, all praise to the Most High Yahweh, and to His Son, my brother, Amashiach, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to my brothers and sisters from the Israelite tribes. All right, in this video, I'm gonna give you some thoughts on some things that I've been listening and seeing. So, often when I come to this channel that I'm subscribed to, uh, I tend to often comment in the comment section about certain things, and sometimes this guy is lagging on timing and stuff. I haven't been watching him for too long, but recent, you know. But other than that, a lot of other people that I tend to watch often on YouTube tend to, be a lot faster with a lot of things and input and information and sources. But the one thing that this guy is good at is the tracking report, and that's about it. So he does very well with the information tracking various aviation um, assets that are deployed around the world, either with the U.S., China, Europe, Russia. So that's the only thing that he's pretty good at when he's doing these updates. Other than that, a lot of it, it's nothing wrong to be a person that had like a bias. That's just everybody. Everybody have like a favorite thing or um, a cause that they could accept and associate with. A lot of people tend to be still patriotic, so he's very patriotic slash nationalist mindset. Something that I used to be, a long time ago when I was like in the critical thinking capacity of uncovering conspiracies and stuff. So he's doing these tracking layouts, and my thoughts every time when I look at these things, I'm like, man, the U.S. is like really down bad because my epiphany is that you know the U.S. air defense sucks, and they could only have so many deployed um, that system, Patriot systems, and other microwave systems or lasers um, deployed in certain areas at certain amount of times. Like um, they could probably have thousands of Patriots and THAADs, but even that still alone is not enough for any type of air defense anywhere. So they the U.S. tend to have this um, air defense system that they are just like looping around a lot of resources, aviation resources, and the there's an irony. So the U.S. Um, and Ukraine, they can't or they don't want to set up a no-fly zone because the obvious is they could easily be ambushed and they could easily be shot down because of Russian air defense systems and everything. Not just that, but Russia would definitely just target those resources immediately at those bases that they are at in NATO. So the irony is, they say is a costly thing to set up a no fly zone, because you gotta do a lot of communication. You gotta bring in a lot of fighter jets, a lot of other aviation resources that is gonna cost a lot of money, and you gotta constantly fly those things and maintain them. You gotta have a carrier group, period. So there's a lot that goes into it, but the covert nature of the U.S. government, they have all these aviation resources often now. From since I started watching this guy channel, they often have all these resources, flying around the U.S. airspace, and it's like, are they like trying to do like a aviation air support for their um, ground defense air defense system? And that what it looks like. It looks like they are trying to strengthen up their weaknesses by having a constant air patrol slash intel, and they have drones. They have doomsday uh, flights going in circles often. They have nuclear sniffers. So they are definitely worried about the U.S. mainland getting overwhelmed by not just like nuclear weapons, but the whole idea is to send. So if you are these countries in that alliance of Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, and other countries that have capabilities of sending ICBMs to America, you could easily overwhelm those systems with just regular things, regular missiles, regular drones, and you could just easily send 10,000 of them. 10,000, not even per country, but 10,000 of these random missiles plus drones. And we're gonna just say 5,000 drones and 5,000 missiles, regular missiles. And those things, what those things are occupying their airspace and time of those systems of laser, microwaves, other systems that they probably have in space. Um, Russia or China could easily send over 100 plus, or even less, or maybe even 50 plus hypersonic missiles that could do the job. Because all you gotta do is just hit everybody capital. All you gotta do is just hit everybody air base. All you gotta do is just hit everybody financial center, nuclear plant. And not even that, all they have to do is just hit the fault lines. San Andreas, Yosemite, the Madrid, and it's done. It's one of those things to where I think the government knows about those weaknesses, and they just are often trying to do contingencies, like a lot of contingencies for a lot of shortcomings on the U.S. Stateside air defense system. But everybody else, like Israel, Taiwan, South Korea, Ukraine, Poland, a lot of places in Europe, they tend to have the right and the ability to buy off and to get all these systems in place for them to have versus the U.S. homeland. And this is going to be a major problem with the United States because everybody knows this is their weakness. Not just that, but it been a known plot of the entities with inside the government defense system to create a balance for the U.S. military. And so there's a plot for, you know, the military industrial complex to fake a alien invasion that is really a nuclear attack on America. So these same people, these same contractors and people are heavily embedded into everybody else's uh, military industrial complex. So for years, everybody already knew America or the United States weaknesses with air defense and everything else, with the issues of updating nuclear stockpiles and everything. So delivery systems. So the U.S. Capability is not up to par or up to date as other countries. And reason because we been the market as weapons dealers. So this is one of those things to where you either are all the way military economy, or you are a favor for a favor within the military industrial complex. So that's where America is right now. And a lot of countries see this. This is why you have Ukraine and Israel talking back to the United States, knowing that they need the money. The U.S. People that are heavily invested into the collapse of the U.S. dollar, the collapse of certain parts of this society, are heavily invested into military because they know World War III is coming. So you hedge your bet and you start investing into chips and into rare earth minerals, gold, and also into the military industrial complex. And I'm pretty sure people are heavily investing into medical and insurance, but that's something that's gonna go down with the collapse of the dollar as well. So a lot of the other stuff like real estate and stock market stuff is not really sustainable. But what is sustainable is guns, ammunition, bunkers, a lot of things that are going into a dystopic uh, setting or society within itself. So I say all this just to go into the thought of this. So you have the obvious that's gonna happen. So for people that don't know about this, this is the verse that we look at as a prophecy dealing with America, and America being nuked because of all the things that it put into motion and done to Israelites in other countries. So America is just um, a layout of uh, a fortress for all these other nations to rally behind and to be protected by. And to this is one of the layers of cover that a lot of these nations that stole Israelite identity, culture, heritage, and land, they use America almost like the original usage that America been using Al Qaeda and ISIS for. So everybody is moving away from the United States, almost like a bad mafia movie when a certain boss has reached their limit of success and fame and immunity to where a new system, a new infrastructure, new wrecking crew of people coming together to nominate and to pick a new boss. And the new boss is like, okay, we're going to just get together and start to do different collaborations on economy, trade, security, and we're going to do this for a while before we stand up to the OG slash bully. So at a certain point in time, real soon, we're going to see this happen to the United States, even though it's already happening with France, even, pulling away. They've been pulling away since Trump was in office with a lot of things that they wanted to do because the French people, they looked down on that election cycle when the U.S. Voted for Trump, and I'm pretty sure a lot of French people is like, well, if they vote this idiot into office, we could do any and everything with him and the next president. And of course, the U.S. We doubled down on doing backward stuff. So we elected Joe Ukraine Bill Biden into office. And so basically, you have this Macron government going, okay, we can do whatever we want because, like, U.S. has lost their way. They don't want to lead no more. They always talking about cost this, cost that, but they are in everybody business and at everybody war setting. So Macron started, this Bennett thing. That's why you still see a remnant of French military still in Africa. Like they are not going anywhere, because you still have a lot of countries that are still pro Franco state. So you have countries that standing up to the U.S. You have North Korea constantly, you know, trolling the U.S. And you have Zelensky, the sleeper cell, doing the same thing. You have so many other countries, not even worrying about the United States because the United States sold off its power. The only power and authority the United States have are nukes and the banking cartel, literally the banks. So, um, so I was watching that video, and most of these videos are gonna be like first 3 to 5 minutes about aviation resources that are circling in various regions, and then he'll do like a in-segment advertisement, and then he'll go back into uh, some breaking news. Like not all the time. A lot of his stuff is not up to date or up to speed, but he'll get there, and it's like he would get there faster if he didn't have this like U.S. bias. Like if he wasn't heavily pro United States, thinking United States is so pure with its treaties and alliances and stuff. So you could tell this is a young kid still trying to figure out stuff in life, and like he's suffering a delay issue. But other than that, you have other kids or young adults on this app that tend to live overseas and see something different, and they tend to be up to speed with a lot of stuff. And not just that, but a lot of those young people overseas in Asia and Europe, they were or they play a big part in this open source usage of a geolocated mapping system. So, due to a lot of bloggers and YouTubers, we're able to see a real time geolocated wartime map of Israel and Ukraine and other places because of social media and bloggers and YouTubers, using Google Maps and other resources to pinpoint Telegram footage that is uploaded and so on. So you have Telegram and Rumble that is letting war footage be used for geolocation and so on. YouTube, not so much. You can always, do what a lot of these wartime bloggers are doing. They just use the YouTube platform to talk about the geolocation from sources in on Telegram, Twitter, and Rumble. So that's the only thing that he's lacking. Even there's other so-called veterans, U.S. veterans that tend to also be pro-Ukraine, but they even sometimes, go into a cautious report, or they, have worry about what the U.S. is doing with their resources and money or support. So even the vets are questioning their patriotism because some of them are like, this is not the American way anymore. Like, how is it that we allow our president to say one thing and the military does another? Is he not the commander in chief? Well, he's not the commander in chief. It's been proven that Anthony Blinken is most likely that person because State Department been running a lot of operations. So it seems like Joe Ukraine Bill Biden is just good for a signature for aid support and that's it. But when I'm constantly watching this channel and I see the first 5 minutes and it's nothing but all these bombers, fighters, recon planes circling around the United States. I'm like, well, they are circling a lot of these military bases that we have, nuclear resources at. They are probably circling around uh, certain regions that they have bunkers for the government at. So they are gonna supplement. That's the term that I was looking for. They was gonna supplement the ground air defense system and even probably the space air defense system with a aviation brand of air defense. And everybody know that they are not gonna be able to shoot down all the missiles that are not nukes versus all the hypersonics and other missiles that are nuclear capable. But when I saw this video today, I was like, well, they are gonna be on high alert for a long time because from what that journalist said about what happened in Iran with the F-35, everybody is gonna be on high alert from that point on because like both sides was ready to do the business of destroying each other, and you have outside support systems within Russia and the United States doubling down on supporting their own interests via proxies and other military assets that they have. So um, last Wednesday, that was probably the closest everybody came to a full out war situation, especially when they said that the F-35 was going to EMP attack Iran. But Iran was like, well, that's not the issue. The issue is we wanted to shoot the F-35 down, period. And they had the capability to do that, but they didn't. And the least of the options was the EMP attack. The the greatest option was obviously dropping a nuke on one of the nuclear bunkers that are housing whatever intelligence that the Mossad picked up on where Iran was keeping the most advanced settings of nuclear capable weapons. Other than that, nobody, flinched or pulled the right trigger, and everybody settled on limited damage both ways. So the question is, how much longer this, hey, this is a heads up. This is coming. Be careful. Watch out for this. How much longer that's gonna happen? And I'm like, maybe until May something, because in May there's a lot of things associated with occult and elite society, and with Russia and other countries that tend to bring out the worst in people with a lot of things that they tend to do during the month of May, as well as there's a lot of exercises going on everywhere with military forces on both Western and Eastern alliances. So that was the epiphany that I had about the aviation systems, all the bombers and fighters constantly circling around the U.S. Because yeah, we should be aware that we always had nuclear Russian subs on our coastlines in international waters. So yeah, I don't know if he signed it, but I guess he did. So um, this is just a down payment in the beginning of the forever war structure that is the inheritance. This is like inheritance money. So if and when the U.S. government goes down, a lot of these other countries that they are associated with protecting them, they have a extended lifeline of cash. Even though they might not put it to good use, that's their bad. Other than that, this is also going to possible deployment of various troops from the U.S. to different regions to keep them out of the mainland, just in case a strike happen and they need a quick strike group to go do something somewhere. They have resources. So this is almost like the U.S. government declaring war without declaring war, basically, because they know they won't have American support to declare war. And once Congress declare war, that means cost of everything is gonna instantly go up. So they can't do that. So this is that whole Jeff Sessions conversation with the chief of staff being called back to. If and when the U.S. have enough money or given enough money for a operation to prevent or to secure or to do something proactive, via proxy or via covert, via military personnel, they could do it because they have enough money for it. So that's about it on what I'm going to say about this information. Like always, all praise to the Most High Yahweh and to His Son, my brother, Amashiach, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings once again to my brothers and sisters from the Israelite tribes. Thank y'all for the comments and thank y'all for the views. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section according to the community guidelines, and I shall reply back to it with a comment or a video. With that being said, thank y'all and peace.